Time to board your transport.
For the transports to escape, someone needs to stay behind and pilot the cruiser.
Why does someone need to stay behind and pilot the cruiser? Where is it going? What is it doing? How is piloting the Raddus going to keep the transports alive? And why does someone have to do it? Why not get a droid? Why not an AI? Why not an autopilot? Why not do things remotely? Why not just have it do nothing at all and it'll just keep drifting at max speed while the First Order keeps attacking it? Also, Leia looks pretty darn healthy from being in a coma after being in space for a few minutes.
Cloaking device activated. We should be off their scopes.
There are types of cloaking devices. I thought cloaking was purely a software solution, as DJ showed us. Now it's a physical piece of equipment. How many kinds of cloaking types or solutions are there? What did you need a master codebreaker for if we already had a cloaking device? Snoke captured Rey so he could figure out where Luke was. So Snoke bridged light years and connected Rey and Kylo's minds in space together just to figure out where Luke was. Couldn't he have deduced that by just asking Kylo what he saw or reading Kylo's mind? If Kylo could see Rey's past and future, couldn't he just see her present, just look around? Like an ocean-like planet, a rocky island, porgs, stone huts, fish nuns, giant sea creatures that come ashore, and the giant Jedi temple and the Jedi tree thing. I mean, those are pretty big landmarks. Wouldn't the cartographers or travelers or historians or databases know of Octo, the birthplace of the Jedi Order? And if Luke was the last Jedi, and Snoke is trying to snuff out all the Jedi, why wouldn't you first look toward the birthplace of that thing? And why is he even looking for Luke? Luke doesn't care. He hasn't cared for decades. Even Luke is aware of how suicidal it would have been to take on the First Order with a laser sword. What's the big deal here? The man is not going anywhere. He never leaves the planet.
An uncharted hideout from the days of the rebellion.
That's a rebel base?
Abandoned, but heavily armored, with enough power to get a distress signal to our allies scattered in the outer rim.
How does a 40-year-old abandoned base on Crate have enough power? This is important because Commander Dacey really needs to send that distress message. Why would it have power, let alone enough power? Sure, it needs some power to open its massive doors, but does it have amazing batteries that have been charged for 40 years? Does it have a fully functioning generator? Why would it if it was abandoned? What would it take to repair it? And how would it have any more power than what a giant spaceship can generate? Wouldn't it need some kind of, fuel? The stuff we've already depleted? Does she know there's fuel or power there? Hey, Ryan, we kind of need to know that to explain why we're going there.
Holdo knew the First Order was tracking our big ship. They're not monitoring for little transports.
The First Order was tracking every ship. Ah, Leia, they blew up the Anodyne, the Vigil, and the Ninka. They have observed said transports going from those three ships into the Raddus. They saw transport ships leave the planet at the start of the movie. They know of the existence of smaller transport ships. Their orders are to wipe out the Resistance once and for all. All their attention is on this task. How are they not monitoring for everything in the area of the Raddus? Does radar or LADAR suddenly stop working? What is stealth in the Star Wars universe exactly?
So we could slip down to the surface unnoticed and hide till the First Order passes. That could work.
Why wouldn't the First Order check out the planet? It's right over there. They got nothing else to do. Their orders are to wipe out the Resistance. It's along the way as they chase the Raddus. If no ships went to lightspeed, although who says they're tracking that anymore, since apparently there's stealth scans they're not doing, why wouldn't they check out the only other place in traveling distance? There's a complete lack of force powers used in the throne fight scene. You'd think that this would be the first thing these extremely powerful force users would be doing to even the odds, like not even one force push occurred to push one red guard away so you could fight one-on-one. But nah, they'll just fight normally and win. Lightsabers, red guard, weapons, and armor, their fighting are all inconsistent. The whole fight scene is a mess. And it's just a series of contrived tactics. So let's look at these huge problems individually. Here, Kylo lightly elbows a guy in his helmet. Was it a force elbow? What was he trying to do here? Here, Rey slices a guy in the chest. Doesn't kill him, nor is there any damage. He just backs away. Here, this electric sword whip can withstand a lightsaber and the armor. Sword whips are very impractical weapons, but sure. It can also catch the lightsaber without wrapping around it. Not sure how that happened, but Rey doesn't immediately pull back or turn her lightsaber off, but okay, that's fine, since Rey doesn't know how to fight yet. The Red Guard doesn't use the weapon, like the pointy end or any other part of it, to hurt her, and decides to slowly choke her with his free hand. Why? Somehow she just twists around and stabs the guy through the back. It happened so quickly and behind his body we can't actually see what happened. Then she cuts through the torso and chest plate and throws the whip thing against the wall. So the armor can defend against lightsabers, except when it can't. Kylo goes through the chest armor. Maybe thrusts from lightsabers are more effective. This guy is rubbing a closed sword whip against his arm. I guess when it's closed, it's not as deadly. This guy on the left just backs away for no reason I can see. Kylo decapitates some guy. I guess he got under the armor. That's cool. This guy can block a lightsaber with his gauntlets. Are the gauntlets made of stronger red stuff than the chest piece red stuff? Then he gets stabbed by the spear, so I guess the chest pieces are weaker than expected. Huh. Kylo starts slicing his neck up and then just drops his lightsaber because he had to do a dodge for no reason. Instead of simply blocking or ducking, he just bends backward and drops his sword because we have to have another contrived fight scenario. Here's the famous CGI removed dagger. His left arm is now completely useless and doing nothing for no reason. And Rey lets go of him and he just stands there like nothing has happened. This is the same guy who should have had a wound or burn or something on his chest from before. She then slices his knee, but he doesn't do anything, and then she cuts his neck. Kylo grabs the lightsaber from Rey, and it immediately turns on and off when he pushes no buttons. I guess he force pushed the buttons on and off? Maybe?